Hey, my friends, how are you? I am so glad you're here on this Monday morning with me. I want to talk about bringing your energy back to you because you are who you hang out with. Um, I've heard this several times, and every time I hear this, it makes me stop and think. Who you are is who you hang out with. I don't know. I find this to be very true, but it always makes me stop and think. So I start, thinking about, okay, how true is this? Well, I know that if I start hanging around people who are really negative, you know what I mean? The ones who are just like, nothing is quite right. It always happens to them. Yeah, of course I'm not going to win. I'm never the winner. Of course this bad thing happened. This always happens to me. Anything that's like really negative, all of a sudden I can feel myself getting negative and talking negatively about things that are going on with me, and that's not who I am. The same kind of thing, like if I don't really gossip very much, but if I'm around people who gossip, all of a sudden I can feel myself going, oh my God, you know what happened? And, oh my God, did you know it? Oh my gosh. And da, 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 and all of a sudden I'm more gossipy. But the same is true as like if I'm around people who laugh and are more upbeat and more positive, all of a sudden I'm laughing and I'm more positive and I'm more upbeat. So I have noticed this time and time again, and it really makes me think about who I want to be. And not that like I'm a chameleon, I can, in a lot of ways I kind of am because I feel like I can get along with a bunch of different people, and that's what makes me really good at being a teacher and a coach and a Reiki master. Like those kind of things are good because I can get along with a lot of different people. I try to take people as they are, and even if they have, qualities I don't agree with, I try to really put my focus on the qualities I do agree with. That has burnt me many times, but I still try to do it, right? Um, but like, who am I? Do I want to be a negative person? No, that's not who I am in my core. Do I want to be a gossipy person? It can be a lot of fun, not gonna lie, right? But that's not who I want to be. Because I feel like if I am gossiping about somebody, somebody's gossiping about me. It's just nothing that I want to get into. So thinking about who I really want to be and how I want to live my life. And I feel like that's the self-development journey that we are always on and that I am really thriving and loving, because the more I find out who I am and who I want to be in this life, the better and better my life gets. I think back when I was in my 20s and I really had no idea. And I mean, I had fun, but I just had a lot of time. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I had a lot of wasted time. And now I feel like I have very intentional time where I'm really like being present and loving my life and getting like soaking and getting the most out of life that I possibly can. I know that even I left a job and it was a very stable job, and I really loved a lot of the people there. But I needed to be around different energy. I knew I needed different energy. So I left a really very stable, secure job and took a chance and went into another district. And it has totally brought my energies up. I hear people in my office laughing every day now. Um, I get to take walks with another one of my people that I work with. Like the energy has totally shifted, and I took that chance on me, and I totally 100%. So glad I did. And I definitely have to think about my personal life too, not just my jobs, but my personal life. Like, who do I want to be? I want to be that positive, happy person. I've had many people tell me that, oh, you smile all the time. And I love that. And not that I want to fake smile all the time because, I've gone through depression. I know what that's like too. But also, I have been through depression and I have been through cancer and I have been through Crohn's. And I don't want to take happiness for granted. So when I smile, it fills my soul. And I know that when I smile, it helps other people feel their soul too. So I love to smile. I'm a smiley person. And I want to be able to take my environment and the people who surround me to keep that going. Because I know if I'm around a lot of people who don't smile, I'm going to end up not smiling, going back to that, right? I want to be able to smile a lot. I want to be a positive, happy person. I know the seasons suck and I know that season's hard, but going back to like my 5 Gs, right? I really want to be grateful. I want to have the grit to get that smile on my face. I really want to be able to hang out with my gal gangs to be able to bring me up. I really want to be able to be that positive, happy person. I also want to be a Reiki centered person. And that is something like my word of the year is actually be, because I am trying to practice Reiki on myself every single day. It's been so amazing and really shifting a lot in me as well, helping center me, listen to my body, all those good things. I want to be a Reiki centered person. So I have to be around other people who appreciate those energies as well. I also want to be a person who helps others. And that's in my job. So I want to be around other people who enjoy helping others. I want to be surrounded by other people who are just thriving on that so that I can also thrive on helping other people. I want to be a person who's calm, yet motivated to learn more. That's just my style. It always has been. I remember my very first teaching, like to be a teacher, you have to do student teaching first, is what they call it. And in my classroom, so I took over this English class and I taught it for several weeks. And every single student, it was so funny. Every single student and the teachers who saw me, they're all like, you have such a calm presence that it makes the class calm. And I'm like, oh, that's my energy. And I've really grasped onto that. Like, I like being a calm yet motivated person to learn better, to do better, to have that in my life. Like I said, I want to be that person who can laugh. I love laughing. I know we all do, but man, I love to laugh. And I just want to be healthy. I want to be fulfilled. So, if this is who I have to do, I know I also have to surround my people with people around that, because I've not always been all those persons that I just listed. Those haven't always been who I allowed myself to be or who have been. Um, Sometimes, like, I definitely just went through this season where I love to be a hermit, and COVID did not help with that. I think, like, before COVID, I was busy, 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 and then COVID hit, and you had to be home. And the cancer in me, the cancer as in like my horoscope, the cancer is the homebody. Oh my God. I really enjoyed being home. I created my home to be my place when people are like, all right, let's do a visualization, pick that place where you are, is your dream place. Is it a lake? Is it a mountain? Mine's my back porch. Like, I have cultivated my home to be my place. I love my home and I can become a hermit. I can really find myself stuck at home, especially if I'm in survival mode or just get it done mode. And I'm like, I have done everything I can this week. I am staying at home. You cannot get me to leave home. I get stuck in that for sure. Um, but that's not who I want to be either, because I know in order to push myself forward and to go forward and to laugh, I need to be around other people. So, it's again like the energies that we carry in us can help other people, and I need other people to help my energies as well. And like I was just saying, it goes back to the 5 Gs, right? The grace, the gratitude, the grit, the glee, and the gal gangs. So I know I will give myself grace in seasons where I am at home and that's my survival mode and that's what I can do. Um, but I will also give myself grace to reach out to my gal gangs when I can, to step out of my life for a moment and have grace to allow myself to hang out with my friends and my gangs and to let their energies really affect me. Excuse me. I know I have to find the gratitude in those gal gangs, right? I'm so grateful for how much they give me and how much they fill me up and how much they motivate me. So, so grateful. I also need the grit to do it, right? I need the grit to say, okay, I'm going to show up to this meeting. I'm going to show up to this Zoom meet. I'm going to show up to this podcast. I am going to show up to this group of friends. Like I have to have the grit to actually do it because sometimes it's hard. I just want to stay home. Absolutely. Um, but I do know that these friends and these gal gangs, that's what gives me the glee, the joy, the laughter in my life. I know that. So these gal gangs are part of my 5Gs for a reason. I did not leave that fifth gal gang, that fifth G off. I knew I had to add it because I have to be part of them. Or, and also, I have to create them. So if I am who I want, who I am hanging out with, and I am not hanging out with the people who I want to be, I know that I can create them as well. And you can create them. These are all things that you can do too as you reflect back. So if you're like, this is something that I'm needing in my life, if I am needing somebody who talks about books in my life, let me create a book club. If I am needing someone who is artistic, like my mom is so artistic and she just got into making stained glass windows and she found a gang of other ladies who are creating the same thing. And now they get together every single week and they make stained glass window and ornaments and all that kind of stuff. Like find your gang, create your gang if you need to. And I am definitely that is what I'm definitely doing right now. I know I've talked before, but I'll keep talking about Arbonne. I love Arbonne. Their gangs, their gal gangs are amazing. Right now, I'm meeting up every Monday with Darcy and our team of Arbonne people who are just doing amazing things right now. And what I love about them is not only are they motivating and they're outgoing, they are passionate about helping other people. They have found a product. We have all found a product that helps us. And we are so passionate about helping other people. And that's why we're doing it. I mean, is it helping us? Yeah, it's definitely helping us. The products are helping us. The money that we make from running this Arbonne business helps us and our family. But we are also, it is all based on helping other people. And that's one of my passions. Then there's another Arbonne group that I'm part of that meets every Tuesdays on Zoom. So I don't have to leave my house on those 2 days. That's something that I like, right? I get to be home and be part of that community and that gang, which is amazing. And it has put a new spark into my life. It has definitely put a new spark into my life. And when I started thinking about it more, I'm like, I want to create some groups. And so there are some things that I'm doing this summer to create my own groups that I would love for you to be part of. I would love for you to create your own groups or find your own groups. Hopefully, some of those are my groups too. And so some of the things it looks like right now, starting July 1st, we are going to do a 30-day challenge. I love a good challenge. I love a good challenge. So this challenge is all about walking 10,000 steps a day, which I really try to do anyways, but I know that I'm taking a vacation, a week of vacation. And that's going to be a challenge. But this is going to motivate me to get up off my butt and not spend all day in my beach chair, but also walk, which is great. So you have to hit 10,000 steps every day. You have to take an Arbonne product every day. That is really, it's going to change your body. It's going to be so, so good for you. Both things are good for you. Um, so there's that. And hang on just one second. And there is, a Facebook group where we get together and we talk about it and we motivate each other and we just get to pump each other up. So we do that for 30 days. So if you are looking for a challenge like that, just let me know. I'm also going to be doing monthly meetups. And these are super exciting for me because they are kind of combining everything that I love. So the gal gangs, the community, the Reiki, the learning about our bodies, the self-development, and the Arbonne, like all together. So in July, for example, the first one is all about the root chakra. So we are going to learn about the root chakra. We're going to have a release exercise, a grounding exercise where we're feeling the earth and really feeling grounded. We are because the root chakra is like a red color. We're going to have strawberries and raspberries and watermelons and raspberry fizz, all to eat and try, right? We're going to learn about the root chakra. Then we're going to do an experimental exercise about them. Um, and then we'll have some action steps, which we'll have to do with like journal prompts and a little Reiki session that we have. In August, it's all about listening to your body, right? Listening to your body. And in September, it's going to be about the sacral chakra. In October, about the 5 Gs. November, the sacral, solar chakra. December, about fight, flight, fun, and freeze. So every month, we are going to learn about something. We are going to try something, new exercises. We're going to have handouts. We're going to have journal prompts if you want them. We're going to have little Reiki sessions. And we're also going to have something creative. That's what I'm really, really passionate about is getting some creativity back into my life. So it might be painting, it might be making tea, it might be making our own body lotion. It's going to be something a little different every single month. And I'm so excited about that because if you don't have them, you can create them. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I would love to know, who do you hang around with? Does it reflect who you are? Do you maybe need to shift and change who you hang out with? Um, Maybe you would like to change, like do my monthly meetup or my challenge group. Let me know about that. Did you know that like you can message me on this and I will get it? So you can message me and it goes directly to me, which is pretty darn cool. Thank you, Buzzsprout. Um, or, you can join my Facebook group, which is called Nurture Herself too, just like the podcast. But reach out to me. Like, you are my gang. We are doing this together. I am so passionate about helping us. So let's do it. Okay. Choose yourself, guys. Choose yourself. Choose who you hang out with. And I love you. Thank you.